Mr. Kolkhorst, thank you for your work, and I really applaud everybody on the finance team this year. I've got something that's near and dear to your heart and my heart both, and just so that members are paying a little bit of close attention to this, ASATR Cliffs, it was telegraphed, is an important part of small rural budgets. Kel Seliger, Senator Seliger, and I have the largest ASATR districts, but I just want to make everybody aware, even under HB 21, some of the safety net providers that we put into that, if that were to pass, I still have potentially 2 to as much as 5 districts closing their doors. And that's a reality that I don't think anybody wants or intends. They're, quote, primarily is kind of the term that's in statute, the main district for the county. We're talking one option of significance in a county. So HB 21 didn't get them there. I've had numerous meetings, so I would just ask, and I've spoke to Commissioner Morath and multiple meetings with my superintendents and stuff. It's one thing to say it cliffs, but when that's a significant part of a very small district's budget, that doesn't make funds magically appear to pay. So we have a challenge or two. Fortunately, it's not a large amount of districts. But in my district specifically, I've got concerns of at least 2 and probably will grow. It could have been a whole lot more, but I think that the expectation of 21 would have helped some of those. Without it, I don't know. But specifically to 2, we've got great kids being educated on the only option, barring a 50-mile bus trip to an adjacent county and district. So I know that that's something you were passionate about with some of the legislation you filed. It doesn't go unnoticed, but the reality is we're leaving here, hopefully Monday, with a budget that literally possibly could have some school closures in it.
And Senator, it's not so much a function of the budget as a function of statute. ASATR has to be extended statutorily. Now, without doing that, I will give some hope in that the money that we put into the what we call it, the rapid decline.
75 million.
I will give you that there are 288 districts that are experiencing rapid property value decline. Of that, 174 of those districts are also ASATR and target revenue. So there is some money of that 75 million that will be there. There's some correlation there that we need to look at. If they have the rapid decline in values and they're also entering into ASATR, I think that's something that Chairman Taylor and the Education Committee have been trying to solve, of why we've had this hold harmless and why the formula that we created over 10 years ago, they could never grow out of it. And so there's something obviously not right with the formula. I'm sensitive to it.
Sure.
I have ASATR schools, and I continue to still fight for them.
I would just add, they didn't grow out of it for reasons probably outside their control. Typically, economics of oil and gas industries, they never made it above formula and stayed there. So a lot of the things we expected and worked well for 600 districts. So it had an achieved goal of 600 out of the 800 that went into formula, if you will, and that was the goal. This is the remaining 200. And I know it's easy to say all the reasons that ASATR needs to go away. I don't disagree, but we're in that transition period where it would be a shame to allow quality schools close their doors over something they literally had no control over. So I know that that's a priority you and I would just hope the legislature again would try to find a way until we have a new funding distribution formula that can allow for those type of situations.
I couldn't agree more. I have those ASATR school districts, that are very worried right now, and so am I.